We are going to talk about AI today, and mostly the real basics of AI, like how to communicate with it, what prompts are, how to redefine things, how to generate images and logos. And I've worked the last couple of hours and I put some tabs up so I don't have to sit here and type live. But we are going to watch this video. All right, it's only about 8 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna hit play here. If you do me a favor and just give me a thumbs up that everything sounds and looks okay, that would be great. And I'll see you in 8 minutes. Oh, wait. We're gonna talk about Grok. That's it. That's all we're talking about today. We're not talking about OpenAI or ChatGPT, or those are kind of the same thing, but we're gonna talk about Grok 3. Just make that clear.
In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know about using Grok 3, from its basic features to its advanced capabilities. By the end of this, you'll know most of its new features. Let's dive right in. First things first, let's talk about how to access Grok 3. If you're using it within X, formerly Twitter, you'll find it integrated seamlessly into the platform. Alternatively, you can access it through grok.com, which offers a dedicated user interface for a more focused experience. Both options are great, but I'll focus on grok.com for this guide since it provides a more comprehensive set of tools. Once you're on grok.com, you'll notice a clean and intuitive interface. On the left-hand side, you'll see options like Analyze Data, Brainstorm, Create Images, and Code. These are your starting points for different types of tasks. For now, let's start with the basics. Interacting with Grok 3 in chat mode. Understanding.
To date, we've been able to manufacture over 550 casitas, with many of those being deployed in now 6 states all around the country: Arizona, California, Utah, Virginia, Hawaii, Nevada, and Cuba.
Boxable is a building system, not just a time.
Grok 3's modes, Deep Search and Think. One of the standout features of Grok 3 is its 2 new modes, Deep Search and Think. These modes are designed to enhance your interaction with the AI, depending on the type of task you're working on. Deep Search Mode. This mode is perfect for research-intensive tasks. It allows Grok 3 to scour the web for the most up-to-date information, making it ideal for tasks like market research, fact-checking, or staying updated on current events. When you activate Deep Search, Grok 3 will pull data from both web pages and posts on X, giving you a well-rounded perspective. Think Mode. This mode is all about reasoning and problem solving. If you're working on something that requires logical thinking, such as coding, math problems, or strategic planning, Think Mode is your go-to. It uses an embedded reasoning model to provide more accurate and thoughtful responses. To switch between these modes, simply click on the corresponding button in the chat interface. You'll notice that the responses you get will vary depending on the mode you're in. For example, if you ask Grok 3 to name dog breeds that end with the letter I, Think Mode will give you a more accurate and logical answer compared to the standard mode. Now that you're familiar with the modes, let's put Grok 3 to the test. I'll walk you through a few examples to show you how it performs in different scenarios. Example 1. Content creation. Imagine you're a content creator trying to craft an SEO-optimized article. With Grok 3, this becomes a breeze. First, you'd simply type in a prompt like, create an SEO-optimized article about SEO training in Japan. Since this task is pretty straightforward, you can stick with the standard chat mode without needing to switch to Deep Search or Think Mode. Grok 3 will instantly generate a structured article for you, including headings, subheadings, and even internal links, to make your content both user-friendly and search engine optimized. You might end up with a title like SEO Training in Japan, your ultimate guide to crushing it online, followed by a well-written article that flows naturally and is designed to rank. If you feel like the tone needs tweaking or want to dive deeper into certain topics, you can always ask Grok 3 to refine things. Just let it know if you prefer a more formal tone or if you want additional data, like specific statistics about SEO in Japan. Grok 3's flexibility makes it easy to adapt the content to exactly what you need. Example 2, coding. For developers, Grok 3 can be an absolute game changer, especially when it comes to tackling more complex coding tasks. Let's say you're working on a fun project, a hybrid game combining Snake and Space Invaders. Start by typing something like, build a Snake game combined with Space Invaders. It's that simple. Since this task requires a bit of logical reasoning and problem solving, switch to think mode to get the best results. Grok 3 will generate the code for you, complete with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The code will even include helpful comments explaining each section so you can follow along. Once the code is generated, you can quickly test it out in an online editor like CodePen or LiveWeave. Of course, since Grok 3 is still in beta, there may be some minor glitches or bugs the first time around. But no worries, you can ask Grok 3 to debug or refine the code for you, and it'll quickly get things back on track. Now we have the image generation option. Grok 3 isn't just about generating text, it can also create images. Let's say you need a fun image for your project, like a giraffe riding a magic carpet. Simply type in, generate a picture of a giraffe riding a magic carpet. Stick with the standard chat mode, and Grok 3 will generate a high-quality image based on your request. You can download the image and use it for social media posts, presentations, or any other creative work you have in mind. Research. Need to dive deep into a subject? Grok 3's Deep Search mode has you covered. Let's say you're looking for the latest updates about Grok 3 itself. You'd start by typing, research Grok 3 and the latest updates on it. With Deep Search mode activated, Grok 3 will scour the web for the most up-to-date and relevant information. In no time, you'll receive a detailed report, summarizing new features, benchmarks, and even feedback from users. If you need more specific insights, like performance benchmarks in math and science, you can easily ask follow-up questions, and Grok 3 will dig even deeper for you. Advanced features, Super Grok and Enterprise API. If you're ready to take your Grok 3 experience to the next level, consider checking out the advanced options, Super Grok and the Enterprise API. Super Grok. For $30 a month, Super Grok unlocks unlimited reasoning queries, priority API access, and early access to new features, including voice mode. This is perfect for power users who need advanced functionality and faster response times. Enterprise API. If you're managing a large-scale operation, the Enterprise API might be exactly what you need. It allows you to integrate Grok 3 into your own applications, systems, and workflows. While it's pricier, the flexibility and scalability it provides are unmatched, making it ideal for businesses with big ambitions. Tips for maximizing Grok 3's potential. Here are a few tips to help you get the most out of Grok 3. Be specific with prompts. The more specific your prompts, the better the output. Instead of saying, write me a blog, try, write me a 1,000-word blog about the benefits of remote work, targeting small business owners. Experiment with modes. Don't be afraid to switch between deep search and think mode. Each mode has its strengths, and experimenting will help you understand which one works best for your task. Refine and iterate. If the output isn't perfect, ask Grok 3 to refine it. For example, make the tone more casual or add more examples. Stay updated. Grok 3 is constantly evolving, so keep an eye out for new features and updates. Follow official channels and communities to stay in the loop. Conclusion. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to using Grok 3. Whether you're creating content, coding, researching, or generating images, Grok 3 is a versatile tool that can handle.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in our chat if anybody wants to look at that later. There you go. Okay. All right. Does everybody have your cell phone or a second monitor? You're gonna need cell phone, second monitor, iPad, Android. I'm not Android, don't tell anybody. Okay, you're gonna go to your Twitter account. If you don't have Twitter, you're gonna go to Grok, grok.com. Okay, we gotta work here. Twitter account. If you're on Twitter, you can go on your phone or your computer. So just scroll down on the side. It's actually at the bottom of the screen. Or go to it on your iPad or PC. We're going to do a little homework here. Everybody got that? Super simple. Okay. We're going to talk about effective prompting. I'm going to put this quick. Actually, I can copy. I believe I can just copy this link and send it to you. Okay, effective prompting. This is like talking to a lady. You have to figure it out. And the more information you give it, the better the response is going to be. And it is actually very smart. Almost, it's scary smart. So if you want a general answer, you give it a general question. And then you can keep growing and growing. What do you mean? What do I mean like by that? So I went under the design option and I told it to draw. You have to tell it what do you want it to do? I want you to draw. Okay. Draw what? Okay, make me a logo for my firearm instruction business. So Grok will use guns. They're not, not as scared of the Second Amendment. Unlike many, all the other ones. Won't use anything tactical, nothing guns at this time. Anyway, make me a logo for my firearm instruction business with the colors orange and blue. Use a gun in the logo and the name of my business, Live Fire Instruction, inside a shield. So I told very clear what I wanted done, right? So this is the first version. It took literally 14 seconds. You'll see the little clock running. And these are the two, they're kind of generic, simple, took 14 seconds for that, right? And then I redefined it. I asked it to make it metal, look like metal, right? So it went from this to this, this to this. So I gave it more direction. I said, add flames, add fire. I want fire in it. So it came from this and this one. So we went from here to here, 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 right? And then had it add more, right? Now this gun looks a little crazy. And that looks like you said, like an IDPA fireman's the barrel's really long. But all of this is free. So if you need a logo, I actually kind of really like this one. I think that's kind of fun.
Did you start under create images?
Yeah, I went under create image.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went to there, to there. And then I went with exploding stars. Then it started kind of getting weird. That was not too bad though. All right, so again, all of this is free. We went from here, just kept redefining. I want more, give me more. And it kept going more. Let's see if we add, it says cosmic dust. I don't know what that means. So it takes about 15 seconds for it to think about what you want. And then it loads. So here we go. Here's our version number, I don't know, 7. That's pretty cool. All right, moving on. So I wanted to write the big thing that we'll write it for is copy. Everybody knows what copy is. Copy's just text, right? So I asked me, write me a course description for the NRA basic pistol course. That's it. The only thing I gave it, one sentence. So it wrote me this nice paragraph here, right? And it was very generic. And I said, let me know. He says, let me know if you like any adjustments. Yes, make it longer. Okay. So now it's 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. So now it's extended. And it's pretty good. For the love of God, though, please read what it writes. And then I changed it again in the same conversation. That's how you have to look at it. It's one conversation. Make it geared towards women. So it went and rewrote the course description all over again. Geared towards women. And then we have it in Instructor Stash that it generates based on the prompts. Remember, so we've put our prompts here. It will go in and generate a course description. Right? Very, very simple. Okay, so does everybody have Grok in your hand? Now I want you to ask it a question, and it really could be anything, but since we're, talking about business, ask it a business question. Ask it something about marketing or create an image. But remember, you're going to have to kind of do who, what, where, when, and why. You got to fill in those questions in your description. Give me the number one, or research the number one selling gun in the United States in 2024. And then see what the answer is. Or do you create an image? Make me a logo for a range in Virginia for women. See how I put the task right there? All right. The first couple ones were crazy last time I did this. It had the gun with like 2 frames stuck together. So it looked like this. It's like, what is that? Okay, so it did exactly what I told it to do. I didn't say a gun range. What range did it give me?
A mountain range.
A mountain range. So let's do it again. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what it's gonna make. This women's gun range on it. Okay, make me a logo for a gun range in women in a shield. The name of the range is Girls and Guns. Oh, it looks like she's gonna shoot herself. That was better. So the more information you get it and the redefining you go, the way better it's gonna be. See, so that took, let's see, 4 tries to. I don't know why they always have to make the girls sexy. I don't get that. So does everybody kind of understand how this works? So take a minute, get your phone, go on Grok, and ask it for 5 free marketing ideas to expand your brand in your area. Maybe on Facebook or in your Facebook group. Remember, this is one conversation. So Grok is going to go back and remember all the commands. It doesn't start over. If you need to start over, you got to start over. So what does this give me? It's still giving me the range, the mountain range, because I didn't ask him to take out the mountain range.
Hey Lisa, I must be doing something wrong on mine because a couple weeks ago when we talked about AI, I asked for a logo for my company from Grok, and my company's name is Hat Trick Training. And I said include, something with hockey and include 3 things and include a gun or whatever. And it had some really neat ideas. Today, I wrote pretty much the same thing what you wrote with your training company, and it gives me 2 pictures of a guy at a hockey rink.
Yeah,
Nothing about firearms and nothing about training. It's just like a guy standing on an ice rink.
I had to add no person to mine because I kept putting some random guy in there. And now
Interesting.
I got rid of the guy. So
I think we only get 20 prompts every 90 minutes. Well, I know that's on your phone on X. I don't know if it's on the grok.com. Oh, here it is. Here's the picture, guys.
yeah,
What is that?
that looks safe.
That's awesome. But after 3, it took us what, 5 minutes to come out with a reasonable logo.
So how do you go about clearing and starting over? Because like you said, it's remembering all of
Uh,
your past commands.
what are you on the website or
I'm on the phone.
but on grok.com or X?
X.
X, so it should say something like new chat up in
New
the
chat.
corner.
Okay. Oh yeah, there. Okay, I see that. Yeah. Thanks.
This one has 2 triggers.
Nice. One for each bullet.
If you're late, you didn't get that one. That too. So this is also really great for writing content for your website. How are you going to attract more people to your website or instructor staff? Is having blogs. And I know we talked about blogs before. No one's really going to read your blog. Why do we care about blogs? Magic words, SEO. Oh, this one's fun. What's this one? Somebody tell me what that is. What is that? Ben's confused. All right, so you kind of get how that works a little bit. The more information you give it, the better it's going to run. I kind of like this logo here.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So the more information, the more you talk to it, the more and the thing is, if you delete this, it's done. It's gone forever. Oh, no, that's a lie. If you're logged in, it will keep your history. Oh, here are the other ones I was talking about earlier. And the new chat is right here.
If you really like that Girls and Gun, I'd be careful because there's an organization, Girls and a Gun,
Yeah.
that's out there
This is
nationwide.
for demo purposes only.
Well, don't like it too much and decide to use it. You might have to get
No,
permission.
I can't start anything new in my life. Very busy.
I
All right,
use
what did you ask what did you ask and what did you come up with?
I'm doing a red dot seminar, just or optics seminar for people who just want to try optics and not ready to drop the 300 or 400 bucks um, at our club. So I got a paragraph on that. It's not too bad. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Says thinking about adding a red dot to a pistol, but you're not quite sure. Sign up for our try a red dot seminar and fire 9mm and 22 caliber pistols with either a red or green dot optic. Learn how to quickly acquire a sight picture and determine whether a red or green dot optic is right for you. It's not bad.
Good. And then I put how to use a red dot on a Glock. Gave me how to mount it, how to zero it, how to find it. Oh, that's interesting. We talked about dry practice. Avoid chasing.
It hits all the key points there. Target focus, draw consistent.
That's what I teach. It's going to replace all of us, I swear, guys.
Yep, both eyes open. Yep.
Brightness, backup sights. Oh my goodness. Practice, maintenance.
So the one I just did was I've been working on a basic pistol course, like trying to write one. I had it do it in two different versions, and it gave me quite a bit to work with. It's a little scary.
Yeah. And then here's where I do like this, which we didn't talk about. This is where they got all the research from. So they pulled data from 25 sites. And this is kind of why it's in a lot of the AIs in court right now. Who owns this information? Do I own it? I didn't write it. I wrote one sentence and I didn't even use a question mark.
Yeah, that's going to have to kind of sort itself out because, if one of your blog posts that you actually wrote came up as one of those pieces of source material, now it's serving it up to somebody else.
Right. So that's the whole copyright thing. So I feel AI will probably change soon in some, I don't know, in some that's out of my pay grade.
Yeah, I mean, the argument the other way around is that source material is even you learned what you learned from other source material, and you're
Of
not
course.
always citing that. So,
Yeah, how much of your class was actually came out of your brain as opposed to stuff you heard other people say? And we all live on the shoulders of the past giants.
right.
Like I was looking at my class one the other day, thinking about, where in here did I actually come up with the real content as opposed to, yeah, this is what I learned from this guy, and this is what I learned from that guy, you know.
So I've heard my mentor say that instructors are just thieves. We just steal each other's
Yeah.
content all the time. All right, what was the best-selling gun in 2024 for carry conceal? Based on available data, SIG P365. Ooh, they cited gungenius.com and Gun Broker. Okay, let's ask another question.
Take that, all you Glock fanboys.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, there's a Glock.
Yeah, careful now.
It gives the capacity of the mag
Yeah,
and the weight.
on the way.
Be
I
right
think
at the very top of the line to mention girls in it, girl and a gun.
I think that new bodyguard's gonna be popular next year.
I saw that last week. The recoil on it's actually it's really tiny and it holds 10. And the recoil, it's not a spicy gun. The recoil is really manageable on it for a very tiny and light fire.
It
Yeah,
comes with a 10 round and a 12 round.
Yeah, the old bodyguard was terrible.
Well,
yeah.
the bodyguard I'd have is a revolver from like 1982. The
Oh wow.
original bodyguard.
That's yeah, that started that shrouded hammer um whole shrouded hammer thing was that first Smith and Wesson 38 bodyguard.
I have that 380 Max. Oh, shoots very well.
That's what I've got is LCP Max.
A great sights on it too, compared to the old version.
Oh yeah, I've got the 6 rounder and I didn't even sell it because what are you going to ask for it now? $75. So it's just in the
Read an
safe.
article about purchasing gun in Virginia and the laws.
Wow.
Yeah, when I first started my website, I contacted an SEO company about helping me, and they basically gave me a list of instructions on what to do, and writing a blog post was one of them. So I used ChatGPT, and I probably have like 10 different blog posts on there. You know, what are the laws in Minnesota? How do you get a Minnesota permit to carry? Why is hat trick training the best source for your permit to carry? And it wrote me a glowing review. It was really cool. But you do have to read it because there can be some little mistakes in there, especially if you're citing laws, like in how to get a permit and that kind of thing. But it's 99% right.
Yes, I agree with all that. But that 1% can be like devastating. So please watch
Yeah,
that.
read it.
Yeah. So this looks pretty good. They talk about private gun sales.
Oh, so you guys got to do a background check on private as well, huh?
So that's new. That started in July 20. Well, it's 5 years old, but
Ours started last year.
The other thing I started using Grok for was doing most of my social media posts. Like I've just been trying to post to build up the page for Facebook, and I'll just prompt it with random questions like, give me a firearms history fact or something like that, just to have content. And it's been pretty good so far.
That's a good idea.
With social media, like on Instagram and stuff, we're all censored on there. So anything we post, once your firearms related, I think doesn't carry over to a lot of people, like when you hashtag it like a normal account does.
Yeah, it depends on the level of censorship and what the tag is too, I think.
Okay.
yeah.
Because like I got a notification, I think like after I first set it up a couple of years ago, and said like I was going to be censored and this and that. So unless people follow your page already, I don't think they ever get anything off of it.
I haven't gotten notices like that yet, but I know a lot of times it's just more they'll go with the shadow banning and not
Okay.
promote your page.
Right.
Yeah.
But it seems to be like I'm trying to get back into being consistent with it, and that seems to be helping a little bit. Just because the more volume you have, the more it's going to show up in random feeds.
Okay. So we should all really be trying
So
to post like every day, right?
I asked it to write me a post, and then I wrote it, rewrite so that it's not flagged by Facebook.
Oh, that's smart.
You can ask it anything.
Hmm.
Yesterday we had a conversation about God. So it covers everything from science to religion. It's kind of neutral. So I think a lot of the other AIs are very leaning towards one side of the world, where Grok is kind of in the middle. And if it doesn't know an answer, like, is there a God? It's going to give you all perspectives. All right, what other questions do you have for me?
A lot to work with here.
It's actually overwhelming.
Yeah, the possibilities are quite literally endless at this point, and
You can ask it to write you code for a video game. It'll do it for you.
yeah, so that to me is kind of crazy. Like I had an old friend that actually was a programmer. I think he still works for Google, and the fact that now the computer can just do it itself is a little disconcerting.
Oh, this is a new one. You can ask it about the JFK files.
I did that the other day. It was kind of interesting. I also asked it if the CIA was involved, and it was interesting.
Oh, here, look, it gave me documents from the archive.gov. Well, somebody's at the range. Eric's at the range. So it's sending you documents so you can look it up. And it's still running. Guys, go play on this. This will very easily change your business.
Hey, Lisa, question about the SEO aspect on the websites, whether you know or not. Does SEO look for recent or like those 10 articles that I posted up there? Is that good enough just to leave them stay? Or do
So
I have to keep putting up a new one to keep it interested?
it likes fresh content.
Okay, so keep making new ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if you did one a week or whatever, couple of months.
I imagine I could even like just do small modifications of what I already talked about, just maybe different aspect of the same subject.
Yeah, absolutely. So on mine, I don't know how many articles I have. Oh, again, for those of you who are on Instructor Stash, please go change this image. It probably looks crazy, Don't send your clients to a crazy page. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 17. And I did a bunch of these on March 4th. And then these are all my, not that one, but most of these are my own photos, not that one.
Let me just weigh in a little bit about SEO. I'm still a full-time programmer, massgeneralstore.com. You can go look at that. The main thing about SEO and Google, I said this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, is just be honest. The way that Google ranks your page is if somebody hits it and they stay there, the longer they stay, the better off you are. So if you have a blog and you have a couple pictures, maybe throw up some video, get a reason for somebody to be there more than 3 seconds, get that up to 12, 15, whatever it is. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Um, have good, fresh content. It's a reason for them to come back. And if you post a blog snippet on a Facebook page and get somebody to click over to it, just all those little things like that really add up. But mostly just you can't fool Google. Just be honest with it.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say that a couple of times.
Yeah. It's worth repeating.
Okay, what else we got? Any questions, guys?
No, I went ahead and created an account. This is pretty cool. I'll just take a dive and see what comes up.
Yeah, I'm just kind of playing with different ways of prompting it, and I think that's the biggest thing is trying to learn how to properly prompt it to get what you want.
That is the number one secret is prompting.
So, SEO is designed so that you want to get, when somebody searches something, you want to be one of the first results. But now with Google basically giving the answer using AI, or all the search engines doing that, now you have to not only rank high for whatever the search term was, but you want Google to use your site as the source. So then, that causes it to be higher up and to be linked in their answer. So if your website doesn't have information that actually answers the question, just ranking for the question isn't going to help. You've actually got to answer the question if you want to be high up in the results now.
The advantage of Google and their search results for like someone like me, I'm in the very western part of the state in Virginia. There's not a lot of people doing what I'm doing. So it's going to geographically serve up answers that, if you're looking for services and that sort of thing, closer to where you're at, because it knows where you're at. Where at least a greater DC area with, a billion people, that's a lot different. So you'll rank higher in your local area just because you're in your local area, and it helps you out if you're not in a huge metropolitan area. But if you are, I would try to dial that into the cities, like Arlington or Fairfax or whatever that is, because it's hard to stand out in a really big area. But if you're in a smaller, more remote area, you're going to get the traffic. Somebody looking for a pistol instructor, they're not going to send you Lisa right off the bat if you're in Kansas. I mean, that's just how it works.
Right. So I asked it, tell me about the firearm training business live fire instruction in Virginia. So there's a lot of direction in there. Tell me the business and then the name of the business and then the location. So here's my website, my YouTube page. That's not
The misfire.
maybe that. Well, I might be listed on there.
Oh, yeah.
Address, USCCA. Interesting. My email address, my phone number.
Yeah, so I'm talking about like if somebody types in they want to buy a gun in Illinois, the top results that come up, the first one is an NRA ILA website. There's a Leo's gun range that's answering the question is what does a background check show in Illinois? And then they also rank for understanding the waiting period to purchase a gun. And so those like top things, the answers that AI finds for people, rather than them directing them to your website, if you don't show up in those, people usually aren't getting past those anymore. So if they search directly for you, they will find you. But if they're searching for things like, want to learn how to shoot a gun or whatever it is, you've got to do things that are geographically going to be relevant, but also content.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just use the near me phrase when they're because it automatically prompts that, like, gun class near me. And
Yep.
I think that helps dial it in.
And it's done this one other time for me, made me a comparison table. No complaints showing in the search. Solid reputation. This is my partner business. Huh.
So like if I ask it concealed carry near me, it gives the like three results in the maps thing. Like our shop, the other shop in town, and the shop, across the county. But then it's also got the AI overview for Illinois concealed carry near McHenry, Illinois. Consider Condition Yellow Academy, which closed like 3 years ago, is the building that we're in now, but it's still finding it as the number one result. Um, and then lists like six others here in the area and kind of lists like a paragraph about what their concealed carry classes are. So the one that's closed, their website had a blog on it with lots of content.
Mm.
So AI has stuff to write from that content.
So Lisa, if you wanted to refine what it just gave you just now, the results that are showing right there, would you just say something more in the how can Grok help? Say, if you said like eliminate something or add something, is that what you would do right there?
Yep. How about just give the classes for my AR? I don't know if it'll like that or not.
Oh.
So yeah, green ops would be our most. Yeah, this is great. Green ops and SCG. Yeah, it's pretty accurate, guys. Keeps going.
This is the kind of thing that's going to end up keeping you up till like 3 in the morning just trying different experiments, right? And pretty soon you'll learn how to make ice cream in a homemade mixer.
There's some things on here I never heard of. I've never heard of some of these businesses. Level 1 firearms training. Oh, it's not there. It's a bad search. I made the cut. Oh, it just keeps going. Can't keep up with it. Oh. So it sent it to the range first. And then it sent it to me. So I got beat by the NRA headquarters. That's it. And this isn't a thing. I don't know what that is. That's not a good business. Okay, guys, don't text me at, 4 in the morning, like you said. That you're still awake. Welcome to 2025.
Little scary.
It's gonna change
Weird.
everything. Like we've been talking a lot about with my kid, like picking up, she's in 9th grade. So what is not going to be replaced by AI? I was thinking maybe a lawyer. I mean, it can write a lot of briefs and, contracts and stuff, but you still have to have a person there.
Yeah, police, fire, nurses, doctors.
I told him anything that's to do with emotions, anything emotional, anything instant, like firefighters or first responders or whatever. Maybe we'll just get robots for the military. Isn't that a movie? Like Will Smith or something?
A few
Well,
movies like that.
Look what drones are doing now. I mean,
Ugh.
Okay, guys, that's all I got.
thanks, Lisa.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Go write some blogs, and I bet you can write 5 blogs in 20 minutes.
Will do.
Bye.
Have a good night.